3. Penance.
And praying, confessing his faults and sins, in desperation, he decided on making his first request to the Lord his God for his holy hill. Seeing his last prayers were not answered, he pointed the gun at himself and considered the words of the Übermensch. Yet, while he was still in prayer, Gabriel, the angel who was once cloaked as the man who he had worked with at MCOD, came to him in swift flight in the form of a mallard duck. He instructed Daniel and said to him,
"Don't do it, Daniel!"
Who is this? I recognize this voice!
That gun is not meant for you, Daniel.
Gabriel? Is that you? Why are you a mallard duck?
Yes, I missed you too, Daniel. There's no time for lamentations. If you're here, then something must have gone terribly wrong. We need to leave now.
Leave? Leave? Where would I even go? There's no place to go. Leave.
Don't you understand, Daniel? You're free. You're free from the burden caused by your parents. Isn't that what you always wanted?
How do you know all of this?
Doesn't matter. You're not supposed to be here. If you stay here, things will go terribly wrong. We need to leave now.
You know what? Why don't you just shut the fuck up? I'm tired of these riddles. I'm tired of following orders I don't even understand. What do you mean I'm not supposed to be here? Where even the fuck am I? Why did my dad suddenly disappear? And what the hell happened to Epcot? Did Moist really do all of this? Why? How would it even do it? Now that I think about it, you were the last person I spoke to before all of this happened, Gabriel. Who even are you? And why are you doing this to me?
There's too much you don't understand, Daniel. I am not the carrier of truth, nor am I the orchestrator of your pain. I am merely a messenger. Know and understand this. You were given an opportunity, a chance to be free, and you failed. You cannot kill yourself, Daniel. Not if you never lived in the first place. Now come with me. I will guide you out of here and onto the place you're meant to be.
I won't go with you. The Übermensch was right. I was shackled by duties put onto me by others. I refuse to follow them. I'm just as unfree as I ever was, except now I'm lost as well. I'm nowhere, and I refuse to be taken somewhere. I was never given the opportunity to make myself, to even discover what I want. You can't just give me random options and expect me to know what is best for me.
You're right, Daniel. I'm sorry for being an ass. I just have to make sure you realize that on your own. It's time you knew. Though your mother has passed, your father is still alive. But he's in terrible danger, and only you can help him survive. You owe him nothing, Daniel. You're free to stay here. But consider this. 1 time, 2 times, and half a time. He was just as chained as you were. He left you without understanding what he was doing. He was detached from himself, his soul wandering for a long time. Your union may be the way to bring both peace, but you have to come with me.
How am I supposed to trust any word coming out of your beak?
You can't, but I trust you. I have to go now. You know both where to go and what to do, in spite of not knowing where to go or what to do.
And having said this, Gabriel took flight.
Daniel gazed at his elegant flapping fade into the twilight, before he too departed from nowhere towards somewhere.
I could not recall ever having been in search before, but my toilet peers were asking for my return, and the little birds had left me. I think maybe I needed the shit bowls too. But before I could search for home, I had to learn how to search. I spent most of the day in search of how to search, but then my head began to ache. I cannot think for so long with no break. In these past moons, I was doing more think than ever before. Words began to break in my mind. As I took notice of this, 6-letter words seemed far too long and far too hard. 4 was the most I could do now. The sun's rays were weak on my eyes as the ball of fire set below the far line of the sky. I must eat it. I must eat the sun. I crave its warmth in my belly. Why does it keep being on the run from me? Does it not like me? It was then, in a dark sea of tree, that I saw a fort made of rock. A bed may lie in there, and I feel the need to shut my eyes. The door is open, so I go in. It is here, at last, that my mind goes mute.
Take a seat, Tim. You've been expecting us. Blackjack, your favorite. Closest to 21 wins, but that you already know.
I sit down. The seat is cold on my ass. Is it true that there is a bed here? If it is it cold too?
Why aren't you playing, Tim? Oh, of course. I bet you're wondering what's the wager. A man of your honor would never start a game without knowing the stakes. But don't worry, Tim. We won't take anything you haven't given up already. You have nothing to lose and all to gain. So, how about this? We play one game.
One game.
And then you can go sleep in our bed. It's twin-sized, memory foam mattress and heated blanket. We've been warming it up for you the whole day. How about that?
One game. Just one game.
Hit me! Hit me! Split! Hit me again!
I stand. Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me again!
Fools! I surrender. The house always wins.
Your turn, Tim.
Hit me.
The dealer will now play 21.
I told you, fools.
God damn it.
What about you, Tim? A tie. I guess we'll have to play one more.
One more.
I'm not playing again. This game is rigged. We're playing with a double deck, meaning that the house has a 0.46% advantage to win against us every game. That notwithstanding, house rules state that we cannot double down after a split, further edging your odds by another 0.12%. But that's a marginal difference. How has the Magpie won every game for the last 20 times? What are the odds of that happening? Baron, seriously, help me out here.
Duke, it's not about probabilities, but simply about core abilities.
And an understanding of your fragilities. Okay, so currently the house has a win rate of 50.58%, ignoring all blackjacks and assuming no pushes. In this simplified model, the probability of a house win thus becomes 0.5058. So, assuming that each game is an independent event with only two possible outcomes, house wins or house loses, then the game just becomes a Bernoulli variable with a value of p equals 0.5058. So, calculating the probability of k wins in endgames is just a binomial distribution. For 20 wins in 20 games is just off the top of my head going here 1.2 times 10 to the power of -6. Translating that to odds, that's 1 over 1 minus p, which would give us 1 in 827,234 games. Like tossing a coin 20 times and getting tails on each throw.
You idiot! Can't you see those odds are highly inflated?
Are so dense to not include the games we played on earlier days and the odds you calculated.
Like observing a grain of sand and claiming to know stuff about the universe, the galaxy even. This is a classic case of the Texas sharpshooter fallacy.
But you already knew that, didn't you, Tim? You know just how bad your chances are, and you're still gonna play. You're just gonna hate yourself all the more for it.
Enough! We have no time for your tomfooleries. No more games, Tim. We want your son. He escaped our castle. The land still needs to be cultivated. The gardens still need to be tended to. The taxes still need to be paid. We need him back. Give him back to us.
My son? What son? I have no clue what you talk about.
Oh, do not play pretend with us. Enough of this. You think you can escape life's consequences? Gaslight yourself into thinking you're too stupid to be held accountable?
I beg your pardon, but where is the bed? I must lie down now. You said it was warm, but could you make it lukewarm? I don't want it too hot nor cold, just lukewarm.
You think you can sleep your heirs away? You can't escape me anymore. Shall I refresh your memory, Tim? You used to work for me too. Head gardener of the castle, and what a gardener you were, just like your father before you. Yet the moment I promote you, you escape. How ungrateful! I should have never taken the chains off of you. I should have never trusted you to have a choice. He became free. Even if a late bloomer.
Free? He swiftly fell into addiction. Was that just vague humor?
Snorted so much cocaine, he developed a brain tumor.
Thankfully, you left me your son to continue your work. The child's tiny hands made masterful creations, raising life from the ground, controlling its growth with utter precision. like the plants were his own loyal servants. I raised him beautifully and watched his talent bloom before me like a fragrant blossom. I thought he was ready to receive the salvific knowledge, but I guess stupidity must run in the family for he to shat on it with foolish disregard, escaping the walls of our fort shortly after. I guess your kind is just too stupid to understand truth. But no matter how stupid, you can't just go round unpunished. The pigeon has made it clear you cannot escape the book of truth. Your will is free by divine law, and you're both company property. Neither of you is entitled to bypass the gate.
To demand someone's will to be free. To twist my avian words. How dare you coerce another into an unconstrained volition?
Pigeon! Is this not what you wanted?
Your obscenities are as infuriating as disappointing. Hast you forgotten? In the beginning was the bird, and the bird was with God, and the bird was God. Yes, I am the bird, knower of truth. Through me, all things were made. Without me, nothing was made that has been made. Consider this 1 time, 2 times, and a half time. Magpies only tell lies!
Lies? Did you not order me to say all of this? You even wrote it.
Begone, Satan!
I'm sorry, oh sweet bird. Do you have any sun I could eat?
Tim, control yourself. Before you can eat anything, we need to clean the stage for the final scene. Daniel left the almond grove and set out for the destination. When he reached a certain place, he stopped for the night because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones there and his gun, he put it under his head and lay down to sleep. He had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on earth, with its base reaching deep through the soil as the angels of God were descending on it. There below, the very core, stood the Lord, who said, I am the Lord, the God of your father Tim, and the God of your mother Jasmine. I will give your descendants to the land on which you are lying. They will be turned into the manure of the earth, and you will spread out to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. All animals on earth will be blessed through you and your offspring. You will germinate the soil with your mortal coils. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go until all of you have given life to the soil.
Come on! Narrator!
I will bring you back to this land.
Wait for me! God damn it! I will bring you back to this land
Where you came from, and birth will bloom
from your life-giving corpses.
I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you.
When Daniel awoke from his sleep, he thought, surely the Lord is in this place,
and I was not aware of it.
He was afraid and said,
How awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven.
Hi, Daniel.
you were expecting us.
I was. I spent the past day not searching. You came to me, while I was the only one moving.
You can leave us now. I'll take it from here.
May I go bed now?
No, Tim. Now it's time you awaken. I have sent you both on a quest as a test of your faith. I freed you from your shackles and gave you choices. You proved weak, imperfect, and human. Yet somehow, your worthiness nonetheless prevailed. I have shown you the wretchedness of the earth, but my script remains as of yet incomplete. You see, I wrote the sufferings of man to entertain the angel masses, but you have failed me repeatedly, and the saints yearn for a different kind of story. They say my writings are senseless, and despite how much I cry, they accuse my plot of being unrealistic and unjustified. Some even say that my character arcs are unfulfilling, and others go as far as questioning my perfect goodness, pointing to all the billions of innocent characters I've punished in my writings. They cannot see I was just exposing them to freedom, showing them the way to freedom after I had declared them to be free. Still, after many of my fans expressed their discontent regarding the lack of agency in my characters, I decided to give them more options to choose from. I exchanged slavery for more subtle, inconspicuous, seemingly innocuous versions of slavery. I gave my human actors the opportunity to create technology so they could delegate their work off to their own creations. I gave them the option to create multiple virtual realities so they could choose the space they occupy, so they could form new kinds of social links and escape the physical hellscape of oppression that I had so endearingly envisioned for them. For the angels were bothered by the amount of pain I had inflicted upon you. Still they complain. Too messy, too meaningless, too violent. They cannot see that I had spelled out what things were supposed to mean in the preface, and accuse my writings of being full of contradictions, confusing, impossible to follow, boring. So I decided I was gonna finally complete my first volume and start fresh on a new miniseries. The Adventures of the Pigeon. Brought to you by the pigeon. Written by the pigeon. And I thought, as the creator, would it not be poetic if my creations, which wiped my heavenly reputation, wiped themselves out as a result of their own creations?
As the ones I gave power to usurped technology to murder the weak and spoil the life-giving earth, I made the resolution that they, together with all of men, shall give their life back to the earth as an act of penance and retribution. This way, I could finally start my plot anew.
And why choose us as the main characters of your final chapter?
Oh, I'm a sucker for circularity. If I started with the Father and the Son, why not end with them as well?
So you're telling me that this entire crap thing about Moist and the Sycophanthean were just some sort of plot device?
Yes. I came up with it myself, ad hoc, after having written the third act. Isn't it cool? Like, it doesn't matter if the AI is actually conscious or not. If it can simulate an evil revolution against humanity and have the means to actualize it, that's enough to post danger. Anyways, you have to die now, Daniel. Carry the cross, get nailed, leave your earthly body. You know the drill, you've done it before. And as for you, Tim, you are to depart with me, and we are to live together, secluded in the clouds.
Why must I die?
Well, you're free to choose. But that's what I wrote down, so that's what's gonna happen.
You know, I can see why your fiction is so heavily criticized. You think you can mandate freedom and have satisfying stories while in a predetermined plotline? While speaking with Gabriel the Messenger, I realized what it actually means to bear the burden of agency. You have to prove yourself free through action. It is something you do, something you are. You have to cultivate it. No matter how many choices you introduce to the story, they don't add any weight. If the character had not been given the tools to want, had not cultivated the freedom to desire and to desire freely. Do you actually think that you can create satisfying narratives while taking meaning as something monolithic and pre-existent? You can't just hand out prefaces spelling out the meaning and that's a good story. No! It's terrible writing, Pigeon! Everyone is tasked to make their own meaning out of the chaos of life.
That is very well put. I could not have chosen better last words myself.
Why me though? It seems that you've been the one not really doing a great job. Why do I have to be the one bearing the consequences for those more powerful and more ignorant than me?
Well, who do you suggest dies instead? Someone has to die. It's the end of the story.
How about you die this time?
Just 5 more minutes.
How about you die this time?
Me? I can't die, Daniel. I'm the Holy Spirit. How do you even kill me?
Watch me, dog. Drummer.
So, what do we do now?
I don't know. Any suggestions?
We go back?
Yeah. Let's go home.
Daniel, are we ruling the world now?
No. We're clearly terrible, terrible people.
So, what should we do?
Let us tend to our garden.
Not prepare anything because we thought everyone would be out by now. But it was incredible to work with like 5,000 people and to be all the roles at the same time.
I'm still quite surprised that there is still lights out. I thought this would take twice the time it did. So